You Dimshe. You want to give them a little bit distracted. Sometimes things slow down when it's $1 billion on an elevator. Goddamn, goddamn, goddamn. Mama taught me good home training. My daddy taught me how to love my haters. My sister told me I should speak my mind. My man made me feel so goddamn fine. Wake up, tossed up, round in it, lost and on that. This diamond, my diamond. Hello my dears, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you just came across this channel by clicking on this video, hi there. My name is Lita Letumalite and I create content around everything that I'm passionate about. So please kindly subscribe and become part of my dear friends. And to my dear friends, Happy New Year, guys. I know it's so late, but Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year, guys, and I hope you guys entered the year amazing. And what I love and what I enjoy the most, even like on my social media algorithms, what I've been seeing is people working out, people reading, people just living a wholesome life, and I am here for that content. I've been gone for so long, but on today's video I am going to be sharing with you guys 22 things I learned in my 22 years of living. Turned 23 years old in January, like on the 5th of January, because this year is gonna make it now. I have to make sure that I post it. I have to make sure that I don't keep this video. So yeah, I just turned 23 on the 5th of January, and so yeah guys, just reflecting on this is not what I thought it would be, or this is not what I thought it was, you know. Before I continue, kindly engage in the comment section. I won't get tired of saying this. Please kindly engage in the comment section with me, guys. Part of the reason why I decided to do this video, you guys know how passionate I am with being in my early 20s. So when I reach my 30s, God willingly, I want to look back at these videos and just see like my point of view and how I thought about things around this age. So yeah guys, because I'm using my friend's phone to shoot, I wrote everything down on my phone's notes. Everything. I don't want to make the video long. Nyabona guys. But it's fine. So the first point is I learned that I'm responsible for my life choices and decisions. I don't think I learned that one late in my life. I've always like had that in mind. I think mainly because I'm the firstborn, and you know when you are the firstborn, you don't sort of get babied. I don't know how to put it, especially when the secondborns and like the other siblings arrive. I feel like automatically it happens that you are the deputy parent, and you kind of have to be responsible not only for yourself, also for others. But I learned that early in my life that I'm responsible for my life, I'm responsible for my life choices. Also, my mom instilled that at a very young age, that I'm gonna suffer consequences of each and every choice I make. Whether I make it at 14 years old, whether I make it at 16 years old, later in my life, I am going to suffer the consequences. So that one I learned early in my life.
Also, I will also reap the fruits of my choices later on.
Okay, I will not only suffer, but I'll also reap, because sometimes choices could be good, decisions could be good. All in all, I will reap the fruits of whatever seeds I planted. So if I plant good seeds, I'm gonna reap beautiful fruits, you know. And if I plant weeds, okay, obviously guys. So yeah guys, my friend actually was like, no, you don't only suffer. But okay guys, yeah, that's the point I tried making, that I am responsible for my life choices. And the second one is there is a higher power, and it is what and who you want it to be. This is with regards to spirituality, whatever you believe in. Like, I've been having this conversation with my friend that I feel like even the people who do not believe that there is a God, or there's
people who are not Christians or people who are not religious. I feel like whatever they believe in, whatever higher power they believe in, it works for them. I feel like life is all about faith. So if you believe in God, good for you. If you believe in ancestors, good for you. If you believe in I don't know a lot of other religions, but as long as it works for you and as long as it aligns and connects with who you are. But Tukuti, there's a higher power. That one I really believe. I do not want to make people feel like because I believe in God, everyone should believe that there's God. But the higher power you're the corner. There's the creator, there's the higher power to which we pray to whom we pray to. If it's a person, because even like there's this argument about the pronouns of God. So I call my God a him, a he, because I regard him as my father. So there are also people who call God a she. So whatever, you can call it whatever, but I learned that there's a higher. Third point is learning the importance of community. This one it took me so long to learn, because going back to point number 1, which I shared, that I knew from a very young age that I'm responsible for my life, and whatever choice I make and decisions I make, I'm going to be responsible. So I've been instilled with hyper independency from a young age. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please refer back to one of my videos. There's a video that I did sometime last year where I was sharing with you guys how I'm planning to get rid of my hyper independency, So being hyper independent is when you are so independent to a point where you always want to do stuff for yourself. You never want to receive help. You never want to ask for help. You find it hard to ask for help. And there was a point in my life where I really could not be independent. I really could not only lean on my own strength and my own abilities. I needed to ask for help. So I learned that it's so important to have a community of people, like having your tribe, even when it comes to intellectually, like having intellectual conversations, and just people who have sort of the same interests as you in life, people who share the same values, people who share the same beliefs and have sort of a similar point of view in life as you. And it is so important, guys, to have people that get you and people that you can lean on, people that when you are struggling or you are being challenged somehow, whether it's emotionally, financially, or whatever you might be challenged with, that you can count on those people to support you. Also learned that as much as I could have like a community, a support group or support structure, people are different, people are not the same, and people have different love languages. So what one is able to do or capable to do at that point, I should not expect the same from the next person, because each to their own capacity. The other one might be capable or able to support me financially, but emotionally they could never be there. And that depends on also their traumas that they could have went through, or whatever they may be dealing at that minute. And also sometimes I could have someone who's more of a listener and not an advisor. So hence it's also important I don't want to say have a lot of people around you, because I also believe in this thing of quality over quantity, because I myself don't have a huge circle of influence, but I have different people around me for different purposes who serve different roles in my life. So guys, network, create friendships. You will find your tribe. Trust me, you will find people who get you, people where you don't really need to act or put up a certain facade when you are around them. You will find those people. Number 4, I learned that you need to have a plan for your life, but you shouldn't have it all figured out. And you should be open. You should just be open. So I know there are people who go through life without any plans, when I say a plan, I feel like I'm saying you should have like dreams and desires for your life and your future, but you shouldn't have it all figured out. The fact that you have those desires, I also have a video, again, a reference, point of reference, where I was talking about how like all our desires and things that we constantly think of doing and dream about are desires that were planted by God inside of us. And I feel like that's what He has called us to do on earth, or maybe it's part of your purpose. It may not fully be your purpose, but it's part of your purpose. So you don't have to have it figured out, because life is a journey. I feel like there's no end destination. Maybe the end destination is the day we die, but we also don't know. There could be an afterlife. So it's just an ongoing journey of editing and learning, you know. So yeah, you shouldn't have it all figured out, but you should have dreams and like aspirations. Point number 5, very difficult one. That people are not like me. People are not me and I am not them. That one has helped me be able to manage my expectations and not be disappointed most of the time. Because guys, I used to be so gullible. I used to be so naive. I always thought that people have the same heart posture as me. People have the same mindset as me. I think it's something that I learned to unlearn, that in fact, people don't think like me and people don't see things the same way I see them. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. It goes back to when you networking and you're trying to build a community for yourself, like a support group. Excuse me. Always lean towards people who are almost similar as you, you know, and then it won't be really a challenge. It won't be a struggle. But I learned that people are not like me. People don't have the same heart as me. As a result, guys, even if I meet new people and we try build a friendship or an association or an acquaintanceship, if that person does something that's just like sensitive, weird, I don't really get hurt. I don't get disappointed, because somehow I, even like diving into the friendship or whatever, I almost I don't know, I'm loosen up. Like, I don't go inside of the new friendship or relationship with the expectations of this person. I expect this, or I create a certain idea. That's one thing I learned to do. Never create a certain image or an idea about a person. That's when you are going to get disappointed, you know. Just let the person, I don't want to say go with the flow, but be present, be attentive, try and observe, and then you will see the person will like eventually reveal themselves to you, and then you can just decide if you want to continue sticking around hoping that they will change, or you're just closing the chapter and moving on to the next. So the next thing is take your life and yourself serious, guys. Take yourself serious. I don't mean be uptight now and don't go out and have fun or like laugh and jokes and, you know, but take yourself and your life serious. Like, it will save you and it will help you. Like, I feel like the minute you take yourself seriously, that's where like people will know that they don't play. I feel like ever since I've been that person, I've taken myself seriously, I've taken my life seriously, and no one plays, no one. If you don't take yourself seriously, people will do whatever they want with you. So take yourself. Point is, be fully present. Like, be fully present and live in the moment. As much as you have plans, you have dreams, and there's a certain place or there's a certain person you see yourself as, be present in the now where your feet are touching. That will help you to stop overthinking. That one is for me. That one was for me. Be present and look at where your feet are touching, so that you don't overthink, or you're not anxious about anything. Because guys, anxiety is literally just caused by the worry about the future, and just like worrying about, I wonder tomorrow, I wonder next week, I wonder let's be here, what's happening today, you know? So yeah guys, and sometimes you could be like experiencing a nice wholesome moment, but you're not fully present because you are thinking about when things are gonna like fall apart. Maybe now your life is so beautiful, your life is just amazing, you're not fully present and sinking into the feelings of happiness and just like the beauty of your life. You are worried, what if this ends? What, yo, sana. The next point is allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to make mistakes. The only way to growth and evolution is to make mistakes. So life is trial and error, guys. I feel like there's no one who's a master, there's no one who's an expert in life. We are all just trying to figure it out as we are going along the way. Even the millionaires and billionaires, I'm sure now, but the things they are like, yo, I thought I knew this one, can't I know? That's why I'm like, nah, that's my point of view in life. Life has no end destinations. Make mistakes. I'm not saying deliberately go out there like intentionally and like mess things up, but allow yourself. And the next point is also like sort of in alignment with the previous one of making mistakes. Extend grace to yourself. Like, extend grace to yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you thought you knew something, or you thought you had it under control and then you messed it up. Extend grace to yourself. You are a human being. This is your first life. This is the only time you experience that thing. It's not like you were given a manual before or a preview of how, like, it's not like we were given guys notes to study and go write the exam, which is life. It's our first time experiencing all the things that we're experiencing. So just extend grace. Nah, guys, I'm so big on that one. I'm so big on that. I extend, grace naga. Grace and is extend because I know even my father who loves me, he graces me on a daily. Point number 10. Be silly and cringe. Like me now. With a lot of things, in fact. Be silly, be cringe, guys. And that's the sauce and the recipe to a fulfilling life. If you are scared at what people are saying when you're doing a certain thing, if you're scared of starting something because you're like, yo, but this has never been done. If you are scared that if you post a video on YouTube, then you're not cool anymore because maybe you are surrounded by people who feel like people on YouTube are silly, or they are stupid, or they look weird, or they are whatever. Now you feel like you won't fit in anymore, or you feel like you won't be as cool as people saw you. Wait, just do you, cool. Be cringe, be silly, as long as when it's working for you and as long as you are making your inner child happy. I'm all about that. I do very cringy stuff. I know I say stuff that maybe even because I know my aunts, my whoever's, like my family, they watch my YouTube channel. So sometimes I'm sure they look at the things that I say, or they look at the things that I do here on YouTube or wherever they see it, they're like, it's none of my business. I'm only saying this because I know my Megazwab is watching. Point is, be delusional. It's also the same as being silly and cringe. Be delusional. Now I'm delusional enough to think that people are interested to hear what I have to say here on my YouTube channel. Now I'm delusional enough to feel like people want a piece of me in the world. People want to experience me. People want to see the gifts and talents that I have to offer. That's how delusional I am. Like, I'm delusional to think that I'm one of the greatest. Like, I deeply, eternally feel like I'm one of the top 1% of the world, that is. So yeah, guys, be delusional. It's funny because I ran my 5-kilometer run this morning and I was thinking about how I've always been like free-spirited, child-spirited, and I believe in being delusional and I dream big. And I was like, it's so sad how life events and experiences will take that away from you, because like when life happens and experiences happens, it forces you to toughen up and sort of be like an adult. Like it's saying litter to the world, this is what you have to deal with. And because of that, sometimes you're like, what's the use that I continue being a child, like having a childlike mind? And Jay, guys, it's just a thought that I had this morning way too. Nothing much, but I'm gonna continue being. The following point is date. Let me tell you, but I dated shit. I dated last year. Towards the end of the year, I dated. I feel like I'm still gonna make a separate video. Where I'm gonna like just chat to you guys how I'm navigating through dating. So date, guys, date. The only way to discover yourself, guys, I feel like, get to know yourself, get to know what you like, get to know what you would tolerate or not tolerate, is to do something. It's like try that thing out, then you will know you're not interested in it. So date, start something, whatever, you're gonna see along the way if you're really interested in that. So date, guys, date, tell you to continue dating, my dog. The next point is, do not limit yourself when it comes to experiencing life by boxing yourself. This is in essence of having a certain identity. This is something that I realized towards the end of the year, after the rut I was in. You guys remember, I shared with you guys that when Goa, I was feeling whatever, and coming out of that, I also realized that I've boxed myself a lot. Like, I've attached my identity, my identity to a certain thing, a specific thing, and I saw that is toxic. So, like, don't box yourself. Don't be a certain person with a certain brand or whatever, because it makes it difficult for you to move away or to grow or like develop, I could say. Yeah, develop, because you are like, who am I gonna be without this thing? Or who am I gonna be if I stop doing this thing? Or who am I gonna be if I also start something else that's different to this thing? So, like, don't box yourself. Don't give yourself like a certain identity. Be just a human being who experience life, like different experiences of life. And I feel like I've boxed myself way back since high school, and the unboxing has been happening since then, because I used to box myself as an intellectual academic. I always saw myself as a person who would go to university. I'll just be an academic because I used to perform good academically, so I'll just be that person. And after my matric, things didn't work out, so I also found something else that I was like, I'm part of this thing, I'm only this thing, I do things like this, So yeah, guys, don't box yourself. Like, have a broad, like, be multifaceted, The next point is, when it comes to your life purposes, don't look for point of reference, especially from older people. Times have changed and they aren't always right. It's funny how I wrote this. But guys, that one, stop looking for point of reference, because sometimes even if the person like you draw inspiration from, their journey is not like your journey is not gonna look exactly like theirs. It's not. Our lives are tailored according to our strength, personalities, and characteristics. So stop looking for point of reference. Stop. Let's say God plants a certain desire inside your heart, and you're like, but I've never seen someone do it like this. Like, for instance, God planted the desire of me to be on YouTube, and there are certain things that I do differently, I know for a fact, and I've never seen anyone do them the way I've done them, of which makes me special, which makes me different and unique. And so that's the beauty about life, man. Don't stop looking for point of reference, because if you constantly look for that, you are going to procrastinate, or you are not going to do anything at all. And the older people really, really and genuinely think that they're always right, because as much as they have experienced things, they're not always right. Times have changed, and sometimes whatever, let's say you might be excelling or thriving whatever you're doing, but that's not what I want to do. That's not how I see myself living as. You're not even inspiring me. I'm like, yes, it's good for you, sharp, I love that you're doing good, but for me, that's not it. So I feel like, yes, you might or you may have to take advice from people who you really like, whose lives that are sort of in alignment with like the life you see yourself living. because even here on YouTube, now I take advice from strangers here on YouTube, people that I've never met, but I can see that, in fact, I don't exactly want my life to look like this, or I don't want to live a life like this, but it's almost in alignment with what I see for myself. So I'm here, guys. Stop looking for point of reference. And abantu abadala are so full of fear. Older people, it's only like 1% of them that will say to you and encourage you to do something or whatever and be supportive or whatever. Abanye, older people are bitter. Some of them are bitter or spiteful. They project a lot. Like we now have had encounters with peers, like some of my peers whose parents are projecting their dreams on them, and they don't want them to figure it out for themselves. They just want the kids to do what they feel like they failed doing, like in their like youthful years. So is what you see is what you get. Take people for who they are, try and accept them, or try and move along. Goes back to that one in the beginning. I don't know what point that was. I really don't know what that point that was. I'll try and write it here. But guys, what you get is what you see. What you get is what you see. If you are hoping things will change, that person is only going to get worse. If they are good, they're only going to get better. I deeply believe that as we evolve and change and grow, we don't change, guys. Everything just becomes enhanced. If I've been a smart kid, but maybe the environment I was in didn't allow my intelligence to bloom or my creativity to be seen and recognized, when I am placed in a different environment where I can thrive and excel, it's not that I changed all of a sudden. It's not like you're Ulita or smart book. I've always been smart. It's just that now I'm in an environment or I'm around people that are taking that out of me. So people don't change, guys. If they are bad, they're gonna be worse. That's what I believe. Take it, don't take it. Different strokes for different folks. That's what I believe, guys. As we go and evolve, we become more of what we are, like, you know. The next point is don't take everything personal, because people are projecting. That one, I've spoken about it so many times. Don't take things personal, baby. Don't take it. It's not about you. Have you ever seen how you would like speak to people in the same manner, the same tone, and you would like receive different, like you will get different types of receptions from the manners, from Jane, and you'd see that it's not about you. If someone is being rude to you or mean to you, it's not. Moving right along to the next point, you are allowed to change your mind about things. Goes back to don't limit yourself and like don't box yourself. You are allowed to change your mind and your opinions about things as many times as you can, because that's what growing is about, and that's what making mistakes is about. If back then I believe that I want to like cohabit, because you guys know, but I still believe in that. I still believe that before I get married to my husband, wherever you are, Sisofaten said that before this chat. I deeply believe so, but I'm saying I might still share the same sentiments about that, around that subject, and maybe in 3 years' time I'm gonna come here and say, if I didn't set it wrong, or guys, or if I didn't set it's not for me, or whatever, you know. Sonji, and I also said that this year I want to let go of that phrase of what is not for me. I feel like that's also limiting myself. I should just be a human being living. The point is, do what you love and enjoy. Explore with your talents and interests. Be authentic, most importantly. So like, do what you enjoy, guys. Even if it's not on a monetary level, just do what you love. Like, your hobbies, discover yourself, what you love, what you enjoy, and do it. Be authentic. Be yourself. There's only one of you. There's no one who's gonna be exact. The point is, don't be scared to start over. Do not be scared to start over as many times as you can, or you have to. Start over as many times as you have to. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, damn. Point is, you can lead, you can learn it. Everyone who knows something learned it somewhere or from someone. And this one is a quote that, it's not a quote, it's something that Vusi Tebekwayo said in one of the interviews he had, I think in 20, because I listened to the interview in 2021, I think he had it in 2020, and he said that whatever you hear from someone that sounds, you're like, wow, Ulita is so smart. Trust me, I read it. I read it in some book, or I heard it from someone, or I was listening to a podcast, and I was like, damn, this one I'm definitely gonna go talk about it on my YouTube channel. So you can learn anything, guys. You can learn anything. You can learn anything, and you can lead. That one, take it from me, whether you're young or old. Last point is, it is going to be okay. It is going to be okay, no matter how, no matter when, it is going to be okay. I keep telling myself those words, especially when I'm feeling anxious or worried about something, and I'm like, it is going to be okay. So that's it from me, guys. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video from me. I missed filming, and I am back, guys, and again I just constantly back like umqolo. So yeah, guys, please like this video, share it with someone who you might think would want to watch me or hear and listen to me, you know, make my dilulu come true lulu, make my dilulu come true lulu. So yeah, guys, I love you guys so much, and thank you for 190 subscribers, you guys. The fact that my subscription is growing, even if it's 1 subscriber, that means that someone out there comes across my channel or my video and is like, I love this girl, and I want to subscribe and I want to watch her. So yeah, guys, I love you guys so much. Bye.